Yo, what is up guys? Guido here, back again with another Impala video. And in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to replace your spark plugs on your 2012 Chevy Impala LS. Now this has the 3.6 liter variable valve timing dual overhead cam V6 right here. Now this is the same motor in like the GMC Terrains, the Colorados, the Camaros. It's used in a lot of different GM vehicles, so this video will pretty much be the same for a lot of different vehicles, and it's going to work with a lot of the different Impalas that are out there as well. Like I said, this is a 2012 Chevy Impala, and basically it's about at its 50,000 mile mark. I would like to just change the stock plugs that are on here with some upgraded Autolite extra performance iridium plugs. Here's the part number. Like I said, this will work for your Camaros and stuff that have the 3.6 liter V6. So we're just gonna get straight into this video on basically how to do this. So let's get into it. So of course, the first thing that you need to do is obviously you need to go in your car, pop open the hood. So as you see, I have the hood popped open. The next thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go and undo your negative terminal on your battery. So now the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and undo the little nut that holds your negative terminal on, because you obviously don't wanna have power going to the spark plugs when you're removing them. Now with your battery disconnected, you're pretty much just we're gonna start on the front first. This will be a little bit easier than the rear. But we're basically gonna just remove the connectors. Now this is how you do this. Not a lot of people talk about this, so you might be like, how do I take this off? But anyways, we'll start on this one. As you can see, I already have this one loose. Pretty much there is a little pin connector right here, just as a lock on here. You're just gonna get a smaller screwdriver. It's hard to do this with one hand, but you're gonna push this down. Pretty much you can see how I push it down and it goes in, and then this will slide out. And then pretty much what you can do, once that slides out, you can push down right here on that little ridge, and it'll slide just out, just like that. All right, so like I said, this is how you do it. You just can either get your nail in here and just push down on that little connector, or on the little lock tab there, or you can get a screwdriver as well. So I kind of slid it back there, and then now you're just gonna push in on that, the little tab there. And then this will slide out just like this. And then just push down on the little black end here. And it slides out just like that. It's that easy. Now you just have to remove the coils with a 10mm socket. On a wrench or ratchet, I'd recommend using a ratchet. And they shouldn't really be on there too tight. They just should be kind of snug. And you can see I already broke that one loose. This one here. Just like that. And then this one here as well. Just like that. And then go ahead and just undo all those 3 bolts and just pull them out. And you can see it'll just slide straight out. This is your whole coil right here. And also inspect these as well. You can see this one is pretty much in mint condition. This car only has 50,000 miles on it, so it's, in pretty good condition. So that will come out along with the bolt here that holds it in. And there should be a little foam O-ring on there when it comes out as well. So now I'm using a 16mm spark plug socket with an extension because it's kind of deep down in there. And I'm gonna use my 3/8 ratchet here to just loosen the spark plug. And as you can see, it is 100% loose. It's just kind of sitting in there. Now you're probably wondering, how do you go and get this out? I'd recommend getting a small magnet or either some little grabbers to kind of get in there and grab it out. So as you can see, I just use these little grabbers to just grab on the very end there and just kind of yank it out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm pretty much just gonna drop it in and just tighten it back down. Now, once the new spark plug is tightened good in there, don't over tighten it, but make sure it's pretty snug, of course. You're just gonna go and slide your coil down on in there. Kind of twist it and make sure it's fully down in there and seated, just like that. Then you're just gonna slide your bolt down in there and just tighten it hand tight down in there. And once it's kind of hand tightened in there, you're just gonna grab your ratchet and then just snug it up. Just make sure it's kind of tight, but don't, really get it in there because it'll just strip. And as you can see, just make sure your clip's on nice and tight all the way, and then you're just gonna slide the clip, the lock-in clip, in just like that until it locks on there, just like that, and you are done. And it's pretty much the same with these other two. So I'm gonna do these other two real quick and then we'll move on to the back. All right, so now the front is completely done. Now we're gonna move on to the rear. Now it's kind of the same, of course, for the connectors and stuff. As you can see, basically you just push down on that little nub and that lock will just slide straight out, just like I showed you on there. And then on the connector, you're gonna press on the back of the black tab, like I showed you on this, to fully get this connector off. Once that connector's off, you're just gonna undo the 10mm bolt that holds this coil on. Pretty much the whole same deal, but the only tricky thing is gonna be getting it out of this, because a lot of people think they have to remove the whole entire intake manifold to get this off, but in theory you actually don't, and I'm gonna show you guys how. So now I have a little bit longer an extension here. I have a strut bar, so it's kind of in the way. You could also unloosen it or remove it if you really wanted to, but you can see how I have the socket there. You're pretty much just gonna put it on there and unloosen it. It's pretty simple, and you just need kind of the longer length here so you can clear the intake manifold. All right, so now pretty much with the bolt removed from here, obviously you can't really just get this up because that tab is gonna hit this intake. So you just twist it 90 degrees and you lift up. And as you can see, this whole coil will just come out just like that. So basically once it's in there, it's like this. It won't come out because this is sticking. So you just pretty much twist it 90 degrees and you can see there's nothing on the other side, so it can just clear and come straight out, just like that. All right, and as you can see, I actually got the spark plug out with my little snake, and pretty much this is how it came out. All my spark plugs actually look like they're in pretty decent condition. It's kind of looking a little funky on the camera, but the air fuel mixture and everything seems like it's just about right for this. And like I said, 50,000 miles old. They could probably go for maybe 75,000 miles, but with these ones, I don't really know. There's AC Delco, looks like Iridium ones. The ones I got are full Iridium Autolite XPs, so I think they're probably a little bit better of a plug. So you could probably, you know, go a little bit longer than 50,000 miles, but I just think 50,000 miles is just a good, you know, mileage to switch them at, or even just take them out and clean them, because these are still pretty decent. So I got the new spark plug in, just kind of the reverse. You're gonna go ahead and put this in. Now, these mount just like this, so obviously you can't really get that in there. You gotta twist it so there's clearance. So just like I basically showed you guys, it's pretty simple. Let's see if I can try to show you on camera here. It's just kind of tight, so I don't know if I will, but like I said, it's pretty much the same. It just drops in. Now, once that's in there and it's tight, you're just gonna slide your connector back on. Make sure it clicks and it's on there tight. Then you're just gonna take your little lock and slide it in. And you can see I have that clip fully installed. So now you're just gonna basically move on to the two others. It's the same exact process, except there's less room, so it's gonna be a little tighter back here to get that off, and the other one and so forth. But that's pretty much how you do it. All right, so you can basically see all of it behind there is all back and installed, all connected the right way. All the spark plugs are replaced, and that is pretty much how you do all the spark plugs. It's the exact same for the rear, except you just, like I said, have to twist it so, you know, the end of this and the end of that and the end of that isn't contacting anything. Otherwise, like people say, the whole intake manifold has to come off so there's clearance. So it is pretty tight back there. It will maybe take you, if you're taking your time, maybe 35 minutes or so. It might take a little bit longer if you have a strut bar like I do, because that kind of, you know, hinders a little bit of the access back here, so you could take that off, but I managed with it on. I just wanted to see if it was possible, so that's pretty much how you do it. Last thing that you have to do is just go and reconnect your battery. And that is it. Once your battery terminal is completely reconnected, you guys are done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and peace.